Shout out to those that have given me some constructive feedback about how to fight the carriers. And I just want to do an updated video. Here is Jamie Walker's comment that helped me understand a little bit why Microbial Shroud can suck. It's pretty much because you just get stormed while you're in the center of it. And he suggests that the way and the truth is Ultralisks and Corruptors. And from all these other comments, I'm finding that we can get our Corruptors in a small ball and Parasitic bomb, and that way the Interceptors are what goes down. I tried a few things. We can't necessarily Parasitic bomb our own things or the Interceptors themselves, so we have to do Parasitic bomb on the carriers themselves. But I was surprised at the results. So let's go ahead and take a look. So here we have a bunch of 3/3 Corruptors with 3 Vipers and 33 carriers that are 3/3/3. As the comment suggests, you Parasitic bomb the carriers. You sit on top of the ones that are Parasitic bombed so that the Interceptors die while trying to fight. And then you just start target firing things down. And then we win the fight with 40. The same concept doesn't really work if we add in a couple archons. I'm going to add 4 for this example, but like I bet that we'd have just a harder time with probably 3 or 2. If we go ahead and add in 4 Ultralisks, that once again changes the battle in our favor. So here I tried just adding in 4 Templars for Storms, and in my opinion, Storms just don't really do that much that's helpful for them. Because they're hurting themselves just as much as they're hurting me. Actually, they're hurting themselves more because they're killing Interceptors. So they're pretty much doing the job that Parasitic Bomb does, and we clean this one up pretty easy as well. I wanted to find out how many fungal growths it took to kill an Interceptor, because I can't click on them and see their health. And long story short, it takes a really long time to kill an Interceptor with just fungal growth alone. And in my opinion, I don't think it's worth your APM to just kill with fungal growths. It just takes way too long. Like I'm up to like 6 or 7 fungal growths before I was able to kill all of the Interceptors. The general consensus was to just not take a straight up fight against a full carrier army, but you should do abducts and kill carriers and run away. They could have archons underneath this, they can have a Templar underneath this, but we can add a couple ultras, kind of like that straight up battle a little bit earlier showed. But this would be a situation where they're either roaming the map or they're killing your stuff, and you just taking little picks here and there, grabbing 2 or 3 away from the main unit, and you're able to just jump on them, like how I'm able to do with this little set. The micro can be a little challenging, so what I suggest is not having the Vipers in the same control group, because if they are, then when you say auto attack, the Vipers will just fly towards the direction that you told them to auto attack. What I suggest instead is have them on a different control hotkey, queue up some abducts, tell them to run away, and then switch back to your main army's hotkey, and then worry about the fight from there, because all the Q commands should take care of the abducts. In my last video, I came to the conclusion that a ground army consisting of Hydras, Queens, and Infestors using Microbial Shroud and the Queen's healing capabilities would be the best way to fight off this carrier-based army. And for lower leagues where you aren't microwing from both sides, I would still suggest doing that. It worked great. For higher leagues where you're going to get stormed, you're going to have archons in the mix, I suggest having this mindset where it's a hit and run, a battle of attrition, where you're yoinking them with the Vipers and you're just taking out 1 or 2 carriers here or there until nothing's left. When they get impatient, we can use the Parasitic Bomb trick that we learned earlier to take out a bunch of carriers in an easy fight.